Hello again, everybody. Continuing our tutorial about the best automotive meter, I believe, is the Fluke, and I already made part 1. This will be part 2. On upgrade, we said 287 true RMS multimeter. Now, I explained some of the functions here, as you can see, but I'm going to go a little more deeper into it. As you can see, they have the date, the time, and I have to calibrate the date and the time, but that's available also. You can program that, so if you do a certain measurement, you know what day and what time you measure that measurement. So as you see over here, I have several accessories, and this is an alligator clip to it. As you can see how sharp the teeth are, and I'm ohming out to make sure that the leads are correct. And as you can see, it measures 0.16 ohms. That's the resistance of the leads, which is very good. And like I stated yesterday and throughout the other videos, if you measure 1 ohm, it's much too much. If you measure 2 ohms, much too much. So check your cable connections if that's the problem. Now, other features on it that I explained to you yesterday, it was, since we are in ohms, and also you can beep. These are the possible options that you have when you put it on ohms. Nanoseconds, beeping, ohms. So if we go to menu, save, setup. If we go to menu, we see that we have several options. If we go in this box over here, we'll have ohms, nanoseconds, beeping, which is what is available over here. This meter does it all. This is the best of the best. Like I said yesterday, this is the best in the industry, and I use it for automotive, and I recommend it, but the cost is very high. But anyway, if we go over here, if you want to check this box, you have these arrows. These arrows will move the highlighted. So right now we moved over here. That means we selected what's up here, and as you can see, now ohms is available, nanoseconds, and the beeping is available, as you can see. Now, if we want to go to relative, if you want to bring it down, these are the functions for each one that are highlighted up here. It's like the menu up here, and you can select it by these buttons. And if we want to go down to relative means we zero out the ohms, because you have about 0.13 ohms right now, shorted together. You can ohm that out and bring it to 0 ohms and take away the 0.12. If we want to bring it down, we're going to hit the low arrow. We're going to hit relative. And as you can see, we ohmed it out. We took out the 0.13 ohms. And after the 0.13, there was 0.1 left, so actually it was 0.12. And all in all, we brought it down to 0.01 ohm, which is not bad. So in other words, we took out the resistance from the leads. If you want to go again, that's why we're in relative. If you want to go again for beeper, we have to go this way. Beeper will be available, and you'll hear a beep. And we short the leads. Now, over here, beep. Over here, beeper. Every time if you short the leads and you want it to beep, you're going to hear a beep. So in other words, if you're not looking at the meter, you don't want to look at the meter. Let's say you're measuring mass airflow sensor or something like that. Then you're going to hear a beep, as you see by this. Now, we take this away. So, it tells you continuity is broken. As you can see, hopefully you can see. It beeps actually on open. So, this continuity over here, for some reason, it beeps on open. Whenever you have it open, and when it shorts, I guess it doesn't beep. So therefore, the function is continuity which is, I guess, funny, but anyway, if it beep on open, you can program it for each one. You could program it for beep on open, or you could program it to beep on short. In this case, it beeps on open. Wow. Anyway, so now if we change this switch, let's say we want this function. Hold on. Volts. Again, volts. Auto range. When you see it measure something, it auto ranges. See how it's fluctuating? It's auto ranging, looking for the best range that obviously you don't have to set it to. Again, relative, we have the same thing available. If you want to go to relative, if you have AC plus DC. So let's say when we measure the outlet, we measure 120 volts RMS, which is 70.7% of the peak of 170 volts, and I made a tutorial about that, AC and DC. Sometimes you have AC plus DC. Sometimes you have a power supply. Sometimes you have DC, but you have ripple on it, and you want to measure both. We're going to go here. Now we go up. We're going to go up. We're going to choose whatever we want. We can measure both at the same time. It's going to give you AC plus DC. Okay? Or it'll be separate. Watch this. If we go here, AC, DC, AC will be on the top, and then you'll see. AC will be on the top, and you can measure DC on the bottom. DC, AC, now inverted. DC is on top, AC is on the bottom. If you want to measure hertz over here, go down with the button. And these are the options again that are available. Hertz. You want to measure frequency. And you want to see at the same time, you want to see volts. Of course, volts DC is 0 hertz. So, now you want to see percentage, a duty cycle. We use this in automotive. Automotive, you measure sometimes the duty cycle of a pulse. Sometimes it's 70%, 60%, depending on the fuel injectors. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to continue on the next one.